the gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Well, our readings today call us to that most challenging of Christian practices, to reconciliation. And as I say, this is our neuralgic issue as Christians, but it is also most essential, maybe more than any other practice. It identifies us as disciples of Jesus Christ. But it never gets easy. And we're never in control. There's always someone else involved. But we are in control of ourselves. And what we want to avoid is being the kind of Christian that invisibly, or sometimes it even seems visibly, carries around that big bag of unresolved grievances, of resentments that really warp our souls. That's to be avoided at all costs. So anyway, when I have trouble forgiving, reconciling, one of my go-to sources was the work of a Jesuit I knew in Ireland, Brian Lennon. He's worked for many decades in the north of Ireland, trying to bring reconciliation among, in that most troubled corner of the world, among people who have been hurt very, very deeply. And among a culture of resentment that's been built up for centuries. But anyway, let me just share with you how Brian approaches these things. He has kind of a 4-step process. But at the heart of it, I would say the takeaway would be recognizing the humanity of the person who has hurt you. But anyway, step 1 for him is recognizing the legitimacy of your anger. You know, Christians don't call wrongs right. Wrong is wrong. And we should feel angry about that always. That's normal. That's Christian. But accepting the legitimacy of your feelings of anger. But secondly, letting go of the desire for revenge. That's not Christian. Christians don't seek revenge. We let go. And we have to do that actively. But recognize your anger, let go of revenge. Third, and maybe most importantly, develop a sense of empathy for the person who hurt you. On a human level and a Christian level, very few people decide to hurt other people. They hurt because they themselves have been hurt. They're incomplete. They're wounded, like all of us. And usually, their wrongdoing, their misdeeds comes from that unresolved place in themselves. People can, fully decide to hurt other people, but that's not usually what's going on. But trying to develop empathy for that person who has been hurt, him or herself, and tends to act out of that. Lastly, and this is important too, to really wish that person well. If you're a Christian, to pray for that person as Jesus told us to do. Because slowly, in praying for that person, wishing that person well, we do dissolve our hurt, our resentment. But it has to be continuous, and it has to be, I think, a regular part of our prayer, of our daily prayer even, praying for those who have hurt us. Anyway, but I think Brian's 4 steps, kind of accepting anger, surrendering the desire for revenge, developing empathy with the person who hurt us, and praying for the person's good. That certainly helps me, and I hope it helps you. As I say, this is Nothing is really more important, and I love that our readings today remind us that nothing is more in the spirit of Lent. So, again, with reconciliation, does it work? Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but we're compelled to try, and we can do our own homework. That much we're in charge of and responsible for. And I just find that his little 4 steps here helps me do my homework and prepare. And even if our attempts to reconcile don't work, well, we tried. And we know that the rate of success from not trying is 0. And we really court danger, not just to that other person for whom we're responsible, but to ourselves. As I say, we really do not want to be that hard, unforgiving, resentful Christian, because if we become that person, we're really no Christian at all.